President Donald Trump lauded a recent Supreme Court decision that limits the power of federal judges to issue nationwide injunctions, calling it a monumental victory for the Constitution. Speaking at the White House, Trump asserted that the ruling strengthens the separation of powers and the rule of law by preventing judges from broadly interfering with the executive branch's functions. Impact on Trump's agenda. The 6-3 Supreme Court decision stemmed from a challenge to Trump's executive order on birthright citizenship. The court found that universal injunctions likely exceed the authority granted to federal courts by Congress. Trump welcomed the ruling, stating it would allow his administration to promptly file to proceed with numerous policies that had been stalled by such injunctions, including his efforts to end birthright citizenship. Attorney General Pam Bondi anticipates the Supreme Court will address the merits of the birthright citizenship case in its upcoming term. Trump reiterated his belief that birthright citizenship, as currently interpreted, deviates from its original intent, which he claimed was for the babies of slaves, not the hundreds of thousands of people pouring into our country. He specifically praised Justice Barrett for her brilliant majority opinion. Dissent and other rulings. In a dissenting opinion, Justice Sotomayor warned that the ruling could jeopardize various rights, stating no right is safe in the new legal regime the court creates. She expressed concern that the decision would make it harder for courts to completely block plainly unlawful policies, without cumbersome class action litigation. Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche also commended other Supreme Court rulings, including a decision allowing parents in a Maryland school district to opt their children out of storybooks addressing gender and sexuality, which Trump called a great ruling for parents. Other presidential remarks. Beyond the Supreme Court, President Trump touched on various other topics. He mentioned ongoing trade negotiations, indicating that while close to deals with some countries, his administration would soon be sending letters to others detailing new tariffs they must pay. On Iran, Trump expressed support for any new agreement that includes an independent inspection mechanism for nuclear facilities, ideally by the International Atomic Energy Agency, or a U.S.-approved entity. When asked if he would consider bombing Iran again if intelligence showed uranium enrichment at concerning levels, Trump definitively responded sure. Without question. This contrasts with a White House press secretary's statement that there were no immediate plans for formal talks with Iran, despite Trump's earlier indication of upcoming discussions at the NATO summit.